Welcome to Module 3 of the subjunctive. In this video, we're going to look at another set of triggers that pop up all the time in regular, everyday conversation. In grammar, these are referred to as impersonal expressions. Things like, it's good that, it's bad that, it's important that, it's necessary that, it's fantastic that, it's possible that, it's incredible that, it's sad that. Here we have all of those triggers translated into Spanish, and you can see how they form a nice little group. So we have es bueno que, es malo que, es importante que, es necesario que, es fantástico que, es posible que, es increíble que, es triste que. And there are others, but these ones you'll find that you'll use a lot. What I'd like you to do is pause the video and run up and down them to make sure that you're familiar with them, because we're going to practice using them with the subjunctive next. I'll get you started with the first one. It's good that you're here today. This would be, es bueno que estés aquí hoy. Here we have our trigger, es bueno que, followed by estar in the subjunctive. So instead of estás aquí, it becomes estés aquí, finally with hoy. How would you say, it's bad that you drink so much coffee each day? For the verb to drink, you can use tomar. Es malo que tomes tanto café cada día. It's important that we study for the exam next week. To say next week would be de la próxima semana. Es importante que estudiemos para el examen de la próxima semana. If you chose to go with por instead of para, because the reason why it's important that we're studying is this exam for next week, that would also be acceptable. It's just that in this particular sentence, para sounds slightly more natural. It's necessary that we call her tonight. Es necesario que le llamemos esta noche. We could also throw that into the negative and say, it's not necessary that we call her tonight. This again will trigger the subjunctive. How would you say it? No es necesario que le llamemos esta noche. It's fantastic that his parents cook for you. Es fantástico que sus padres or sus papás cocinen para ti. It's possible that he's depressed and alone. The word for alone is solo. Es posible que esté deprimido y solo. It's incredible that he eats so much chocolate every day. Es increíble que coma tanto chocolate todos los días. Let's look at even more examples. It's good that he writes to his family each week. Be very careful with this one. Es bueno que le escriba a su familia cada semana. Hopefully you remember to put in the redundant le. In this sentence structure, it's necessary and all native speakers will do it. So we have, it's good that to it, he's writing to his family each week. Now, why to it? As soon as we say family in our English minds, we visualize plural. But la familia is a singular word in Spanish. and grammar will obey that. So because we're referring to la familia, we're saying le and not les to it. If you did say les, you would still be perfectly understood and it wouldn't necessarily be heard as that big a mistake. Still, le is correct because we're talking about a singular word here, la familia. The second thing is that we needed the personal a, because here we have people, a verb followed by people. So we needed to throw in the personal a. You can see how sometimes simple phrases on the surface can actually be quite intricate in Spanish. It's important that you wait here. Es importante que esperes aquí. It's fantastic that they're here with us today. Es fantástico que estén aquí con nosotros hoy. It's possible that they live here. Es posible que vivan aquí. It's incredible that he speaks Spanish so quickly. Es increíble que hable el español tan rápido. It's sad that he still lives with his parents. Es triste que todavía viva con sus padres. Earlier, I mentioned that there were even more impersonal expressions than what we've covered in this small group in the video. For example, it's regrettable that. In Spanish, this would be es lamentable que. This triggers the subjunctive just like all the others. Or it's a shame that. This would be es una pena que. You could also say es una lástima que. You will see this as well. Es una lástima que. Again, it fits into this group of impersonal expressions. It's best that. Es mejor que. As you can see, the list can go on and on of these types of expressions. Here they are again in Spanish. There are more of them, but I'm sure with this list, you'll be more than covered for most speaking situations.